That is new, dude. What the frick is that? What is, guys? That's the sound of the bell. Hey! Yo, haunted! It said haunted!
It is a pretty small footprint, but it does look to be kind of barefoot.
Yeah, a little picker.
Two friends, Aldo and his partner, headed out to spend the night in the notorious Doll Forest, a place long tied to chilling tales and a reputation for being haunted. They had been there before, where they came across dolls hanging from branches and disturbing hints of ritual activity. On this return trip, they arrived fully prepared with camping supplies, even bringing their own dolls to leave behind among the others. While they were setting up camp, strange bell-like sounds rang through the woods.
Hey. What the frick is that? What is, guys? That's the sound of the bell. Hey!
The tension spiked when Aldo encountered a man wearing a red cloak and holding a bell. Shaken, they regrouped, only to discover threatening words written across their tent, including a terrifying warning telling them to leave or die.
What the hell? Oh my god. Somebody wants us dead, dude. Leave or die. Whoa!
In spite of everything pointing toward danger, they continued wandering through the area. A tornado had recently passed through, yet most of the dolls were still standing, swaying eerily from the trees.
That is new, dude. That bee almost got me, or freaking giant wasp.
When darkness settled in, the pair began a paranormal session using tools like a spirit box and a REM pod. Almost right away, unexplained incidents started happening. A doll seemed to ignite by itself, their equipment malfunctioned for no clear reason, and disembodied voices delivered direct warnings to go.
Yo, it just moved by itself!
What did?
Yo, the phone!
The phone moved?
Bro, I swear to God, the phone moved by itself!
You got it on camera?
I got a... What the...
No way.
Bro, the phone literally rotated by itself, I swear to God!
I don't think I was filming that.
Bro, I caught it on camera, what the... Yo, haunted! It said haunted! Bro, I swear to God, the phone was like this, it rotated. You guys saw that, right? Yo, this is why... Ah! That's crazy, dude. Guys, this is why you should not be trying these videos yourself, alright? Shit like this actually happens. That was 100% real, like we didn't touch it or nothing. It moved by itself, like 100%. Whoa! Whoa! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! What the? Yo, I'm out of here, what the? Bro, my phone just launched off the tree! Bro, I know, and I got it. Oh my God! Oh my God! That was violent! Bro, let's get that. Yo, let's get that out of here right now, man. Wait. What did that?
Things reached another level when a phone was suddenly thrown from a tree, and their camp was left trashed, most likely caused by the mysterious cloaked figure. Overwhelmed by fear and facing what appeared to be both a physical threat and something supernatural, they gave up and escaped the forest. Whether everything was caused by a dangerous person or something beyond explanation is uncertain. The mix of intimidation, strange noises, and events that made no sense suggests the forest may hide more than stories. Was this just a human trying to scare them away, or did they encounter something no one should stay near for long? Back to the story. The next disturbing case comes from Black Paranormal, a US-based channel that focuses on solo, on-foot investigations of paranormal phenomena and cryptid activity, especially throughout the Appalachian region and the isolated areas of the Smoky Mountains. On August 4th, 2025, during one of his lone excursions, the investigator came across signs suggesting he may not have been the only one in the forest.
That's the size of a little kid's shoe. Oh shit, there's a bear. Hold on. Hold on. I don't know where he went. There's a rattlesnake too. Okay. Here it is. That is a pretty small footprint, but it does look to be kind of barefoot. You have a toe here, and a big toe here. And that is heading up in this direction. I just got that feeling of not being alone. We are going to go up to higher ground and see if we can see something. That print, to me, is pretty interesting because this is, it's a pretty rough terrain area. Now there are, in my opinion, Bigfoot in this area. However, we are not going to concentrate on said Bigfoot. Something came sliding down this hill.
While traveling the Appalachian Trail in hopes of finding possible proof of so-called feral people, he discovered something intensely unsettling. A small, barefoot footprint pressed into the mud, almost resembling that of a child. Completely out of place in such harsh wilderness, the print heightened his anxiety, adding to the uneasy feeling that someone or something might be nearby.
Now we gotta get across this ledge here. See what I mean? This isn't the most... Oh shit! Holy shit! That's a rattlesnake. God damn. Whoa. Hi. Gotta be careful here. Alright, buddy. So, see, what's important is you stay calm. I turned around, or I went around this tree, and just kind of out of the corner of my eye, I captured that kind of curve, like that shape, and made me jump. But eastern diamondback rattlesnakes are not overly aggressive. I think that one probably just ate something because it had no fear or, threat from me or that drone, which probably saved my life. The fact that thing just ate, because that one 100% was big enough to kill me. That could have ended catastrophically, actually.
As he continued upward to gain a clearer view of the surroundings, the situation became even more dangerous. Just ahead, coiled in the brush, was a massive eastern diamondback rattlesnake. Known for its size, hostility, and deadly venom, it posed a serious, life-threatening risk. With very little room for error, he stayed composed, slowly retreated, and avoided provoking it. Fortunately, the snake seemed sluggish, likely due to a recent meal, giving him the chance to get away safely. From the unsettling, childlike footprint to a near-deadly brush with wildlife, the outing left him shaken. The mix of strange findings, the feeling of being watched, and the genuine danger of the wilderness made this one of his most unnerving experiences to date. The barefoot print raises disturbing possibilities. Was it another traveler, a missing child, or something connected to the feral legends of the Appalachians? Combined with the very real threat from nature, the line between legend and reality seemed to blur. So which is more frightening? The possibility of something unknown stalking him in the woods, or the predators we already know are out there? Sarah was alone at home, casually filming herself while singing. Just another quiet afternoon. But midway through her recording, something unexpected broke the calm. She stopped when she heard it, a faint clicking noise somewhere inside the house. It wasn't the first time strange things had happened, but this moment felt different. Wanting answers,
place was because I was hearing shit. Now I know what I heard. That's the sound I heard.
She began checking room after room, listening carefully. The sound returned, louder than before, purposeful and unnerving. Her focus eventually shifted to the nursery. Sarah had set up a security camera in her baby's room, and when she looked at the footage, she noticed something strange. Her child was awake.
Okay, so she's totally fine. She's asleep. Oh. Ooh.
She went in, comforted the baby, turned the light on, and for a short while, everything appeared normal. But when she came back later, everything felt different. The baby was still awake, now laughing, babbling, and staring upward as if interacting with someone who wasn't there.
I didn't even realize what time it was. Don't like that. Just for the record, she has me ever since she stayed out with a family member the other night. And since we haven't really had anything happen, we're back in her room to sleep tonight.
What made it creepier was that there were no toys, no screens, nothing that would explain the reaction. Moments later, Sarah realized something else. The nursery light, the same one she had intentionally left on, was now shut off. There was no timer, no smart feature, nothing automated. She knew for certain no one else was home. The thought shook her.
Okay.
Who or what switched it off? People often say children sense things adults cannot. Was her baby responding to an imaginary friend or something far more unsettling? The mysterious light switch only makes the situation harder to explain. So what do you think Sarah's child was reacting to that night? Just imagination playing tricks, or a presence silently sharing the room, lingering quietly nearby in the dark in ways we cannot truly see?
He sure is. Say, we are washed by the blood of the Lamb, and this house is protected, and Archangel Michael is going to wrap his wings around us and keep us safe. Isn't that right?
The next unsettling story comes from My Name is Theo, a van life and solo travel vlog that shows the real, unfiltered side of life on the road. Theo, the creator, travels across the United States in his self-built van with his cat, documenting both the rewarding moments of nomadic freedom and the frightening situations that occasionally come with it. On July 27, 2025, during what was supposed to be a peaceful night in the Colorado mountains, things took a disturbing turn.
All right, so we just got back from town. We are now on our way to a magical site, apparently, that Riley and Bunny drove ahead to find, and now we're all following them. So apparently it's a great spot. We'll see. Oh, those aren't deer.
I'm not sure what those are.
Those are rams.
Rams?
Yeah, 100%. They got the swirly horns.
I can't see them.
Did a good job, Riley.
Yeah, well, me and Bunny.
You and Bunny, good job. So I think tonight we're gonna do a fire, and yeah, I think that's all we got planned for right now. How you feeling, Collie?
Good.
Good?
Definitely longhorn sheep.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Beautiful. It's a beautiful area.
Yeah.
We're gonna do a fire right there.
There you are, friend. Majestic. He's gonna cross the road. They're staring at us. I don't know what he's doing. This is not what I would consider one of his better ideas, although kind of cool. Hey, I thought we were all dancing together in front of me. I shouted for you. I did a different angle for you. Feet.
After returning from town, Theo and a small group of fellow travelers arrived back at their remote campsite, tucked away in a quiet mountain setting. They spent the evening relaxing, enjoying the scenery, listening to music, and settling in, expecting nothing more than a calm night under the stars. But once it grew dark, that calm didn't last.
Oh wait, here it is again. I caught the tail end of it. Are they gonna walk past again? Yep, they just kept walking.
Look at those shoes. Those are what?
Yeah, those are black shoes.
Those are sandals. Yeah, and those are gray sweatpants. What are they doing?
What are they doing? Are they kicking my tire?
They're doing something.
Dude, and I thought I heard something messing around outside.
I did too.
See, I don't like that, because I heard stuff last night too, but I was like, I'm not gonna let myself get scared.
We're not staying here tonight, guys.
Of course not. Absolutely not. That's...
6, they all of a sudden, there they are. They go across rapidly in slides. And those pants are oversized. Yeah. So at first I thought, okay, maybe that's Riley right there, because those aren't cuffed at the bottom.
Yeah.
Okay, right? But then they go past again. Okay, that's at 9:41. Riley was already in, and then they come over and start kicking at my van.
That definitely wasn't me.
No, you're not over here
Yeah,
playing.
that's not you. That's not any of us.
No. Wait, was that another set of legs? See, this has a cuff on the bottom. The other one didn't have a cuff.
Yo, it was
That's
multiple
two,
people.
That's 2 people.
I have cuffs on
Yeah,
it.
this has cuff. The other one was loose. And like, these are not my pants because my pants have a design.
I don't have a single pair of
so
pants.
So you would see the design in the pants because I've worn these in front of the camera before. So that's not me. Okay, and then that's at 9:42.
Morning, guys. So this morning we all woke up, we all got out of bed, we were starting to make breakfast, and then we were just kind of chatting. We're talking about how we all were hearing things last night in this very like private area that we're parked at. We were all hearing stuff last night, and it just so happens that Bunny put out a trail cam under Riley's van pointing at her van last night, because yesterday we saw like a group of bighorn sheep, so we were thinking maybe we'll see more critters, squirrels, stuff like that. But as we were talking about us hearing stuff last night, she went to go check the trail cam. There were literally 2 people we saw walking through our camp, like, and they stayed in our camp, like while we were all in our vans. We didn't see them. We all heard stuff, but we didn't see anything, and that is just really creepy because we are here, like literally. Where is, like, why would someone be in our camp? 2 people at that. We don't know who it was, but yeah, we decided that we're not gonna stay here again. I've seen enough horror movies to know how that turns out. So yeah, we're gonna make breakfast real quick since we're already started, and we're gonna hit the road because this was freaking creepy. All right, so yeah, that's pretty creepy. We're gonna make breakfast and enjoy our breakfast. We're not gonna let that deter us from that, because that was the plan this entire morning, to enjoy breakfast together outside. We're doing that, but then we're getting the out of here. So
strange sounds were heard outside the vans during the night. The next morning, when they reviewed footage from a nearby trail camera, they discovered something truly alarming. The recording showed 2 unknown people moving through their campsite. These individuals wandered around the vans, hovered nearby, and even kicked at the tires, all while everyone inside slept unknowingly. Although no confrontation happened, knowing strangers had crept so close was terrifying enough. The group decided it wasn't worth finding out what might happen next. They quickly packed their belongings and left the mountains that morning. The motives of the nighttime intruders are still a mystery. Were they just trespassing or planning something far worse? Their deliberate movements suggest more than random curiosity. In that situation, what would you have done? Stayed to see if they came back, or left immediately like they did? On March 26, 2025, deep in the gold-rich rivers of New Zealand, Paulie from Pioneer Paulie returns for another long-form expedition. His channel follows real gold hunting, sniping, dredging, and metal detecting, along with the unpredictable moments that come with working remote waterways. But on this trip, the river reveals more than just gold.
All right, so officially doing it again. I got no expectations for today. Like I said, I'm down here for 3 weeks, and I don't want to put a lot of pressure on myself like I normally do. I'm just gonna go out, see what kind of gold I can find, and ultimately just have a good time.
I'm using the shovel here to move the overburden out of the way so I can see the bedrock. Once I see the bedrock, I can start working the cracks, and that's where the gold will be.
So I suck up the gold by using what's called a snuffer bottle. You just squeeze and let go, and it sucks up the gold.
Not a bad chunky little piece. All right.
Now, of course, when you see a crevice with gold in it, you have to finish cleaning it out, which I did, but there was no more gold inside.
All right, 4 ironstone is leading us to 4 gold. I just found our 2nd gold nugget. So I went to the very bottom of that hole, didn't see anything else, so let's find a new spot.
I'm just gonna get my gear here, head on downstream a little ways, see if I can find one more spot, and then head back to camp, have dinner, and then come back out tomorrow morning.
So I just changed spot, and I found a nice little flake in this thin little crack. This one might be hard to fill, but I'll give it a try.
What I'm doing here is removing a bunch of rock so I can access the smaller gravelly material that's on the bedrock. Once I'm there, I can sort of sift through it looking for that heavy ironstone and obviously gold as I come across it.
Okay, so about 10 minutes later, I've been breaking up some bedrock, and now I'm starting to see a bunch of little gold, so let me just film it and see if we can find something else on camera.
All right, so day 1 complete. I got all my stuff laid out everywhere. Gotta dry my wetsuit still. We're gonna go back to camp and dump out the gold, see what we have, and then just try to beat it tomorrow. Back at base camp, got the snuffer bottle here, and then we're gonna see what we got in a couple hours. Hurry up.
Ta-da!
We got a special rock.
What kind of special rock set one? You weren't even looking for that.
I don't know what that is.
So there you have it. A little bit of gold for a few hours that we're in the water. Oh, pretty chunky, which I admire.
All right, so I'm gonna go make some food and then I'm gonna let this dry, put it away, and we'll get back to it tomorrow.
Shortly after arriving, Paulie gears up and slips into the cold current, digging into a tight crease beneath a trapped boulder. Fighting the pressure of the water, he clears the gravel and uncovers 2 small nuggets wedged in a dangerous fold of the river, proof that every good find here comes with risk. Farther upstream, the river offers something even older.
Just found the first piece of the day, a little piece of fly poop.
So yes, the majority of this trip is to find gold. However, I recently learned that some of the oldest fossils in the world are found right here, so I'm definitely taking my time while searching.
So it's been another hour. I haven't been finding anything, but I just found a pile of ironstone and then one nice little flake. Just using my flashlight to look into deeper crevices, and I found a nice piece of gold.
So this piece was actually hard to get out.
Yeah, a little picker.
I made my way downstream to a spot I passed when hiking up. This spot was where I found the first set of fossils and our first thicker chunk of gold.
Oh yeah. My tweezers are in my bag downstream, so I'll try to get it out, and if I can't, I'll go get my tweezers. Check this out. I just banked out a fossil. The other half of it is still on the bedrock.
Oh, look, another one.
I'm not so sure I'll be able to show you this, but I found 2 nuggets. It's in a really tough spot though.
So this spot was sketchy to say the least. Not only was I under a rapid, but there was a huge boulder wedged against the cliffside right above where my body was underwater. Gold is never worth risking your life for, but it's much harder to notice that risk in the moment. I sort of just shadowed Reese and jumped in the water whenever he spotted a bit of gold on the bedrock. And after about 20 minutes of this, they were ready for their first cleanup.
Some gold there, there. Some more gold there. There's gold everywhere. When you find candy, it's a good chance. There could be candy around.
While Reese runs the dredge, Paulie explores the rock wall and discovers fossil patterns embedded in stone. Shapes formed nearly 400 million years ago, exposed only where the current carved the surface. They aren't gold, but they tell a far deeper story. Later, Paulie separates from the team and follows a strong detector signal into a quiet side channel.
All right, so I have my flash on because it's sort of dark in here. Reese, Jonesy, and I are at the river, but we all decided to split up and try different tributaries. And funny enough, I picked a tributary off the side of the creek, and my very first target I got was gold. It's screaming, so it should be gold, or it should, oh my God. Look at that. Oh my God. Wow, that was quick. Yep, sure enough. That is a gold nugget. It's actually kind of heavy for that size. Probably about 4 or 5 grams. Let's see if there's any more. Bloop. Oh yeah.
a big log you moved.
I know, I'm strong.
Push!
Do you see it? Yes!
Oh, there's another bit.
Yes, look at that. Woo!
No way.
It's another heavy bit. Probably about 3 grams, 4 grams. That is awesome. So Jonesy saw me kick over this log like the Hulk, but now Jonesy's gonna move these 3 big rocks first. No, I'm gonna follow up this crack right here because I think this could be good. Also a lot of work to move it all, but we can work slow. There's obviously gold here. So in the sun, this is what we have so far. That is freaking awesome.
Holy shit.
Hey, I'm kind of, hold on. It does look like that bigger piece we have is a different color. It's almost more white. I don't know if you guys can see that on camera. Heck yeah, baby. Okay, we're back at Reese's house, and it's time to show you some stuff. Now, all the gold I found for this trip is in here, and we don't have a gold pan, so I'm just gonna have to dump this in the lid to weigh it. But before we do that, some show and tell. So this is a piece of ironstone. Now, it is my favorite piece, one of my favorite pieces, because it looks like an asteroid. It's obviously tumbled, and it's been around a long time. And what's interesting is this is exactly the same kind of rock. Now I found this in a pothole, so it's obviously been spinning around and tumbling for a very long time to get that shape. Both the same kind of rock, both different characters, and both are my favorite. Now this is a little fossil I was able to take back. It's a little shell. I don't know how well you can see that, but I think it's cute, and I'll probably just hide that around Reese's house. Now this rock was actually closed like this, and then when I broke it open, I noticed a whole bunch of fossils in here. They're all shells. There might be like a fish or something I saw earlier. The other side, obviously, the imprints to those fossils. I'll weten these up and see if we can actually see that a little better. It actually made it worse. But anyways, there's some fossils. Now for the candy. We're gonna turn this sucker on, put on the lid. I'm gonna guess, I don't know, 25 grams. 25 grams. 2906, so just under an ounce, or a troy ounce, which is 31 grams, which I believe is around 4,700 Kiwi dollars. I'm not really sure what that would be Canadian or American, but Kiwi is more money, so I just say Kiwi.
Alone between steep banks, he digs beneath a fallen log and uncovers a 4 to 5 gram nugget, the biggest of the trip. It becomes the highlight of the final weigh-in, pushing the total past 29 grams. Viewers believe he may have passed richer pockets, pointing to faint signals and ironstone he moved past. Others think the river may hold more than even Polly realized. If one big nugget hid beneath a single fallen log, what still waits under the rocks he never touched? That's it for tonight. Which moment creeped you out the most? Drop it in the comments. Have your own story? Share it with us, and stay tuned. The next one is even darker.